Credit cards are like grandkids. They love you, sometimes get out of control, and it's fun to get a new one. Who can stop them from piling on?
Hi, I'm Tom Coates with Consumer Credit of Des Moines. At the end of the day, you can give these grandkids back, but you're stuck paying off bad credit card debt. We can help you put the fun back into using credit cards responsibly. Right, kids?
Yeah!
If you need help getting credit cards off your back, call Consumer Credit of Des Moines.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Lefty, the Doc and Lefty program. Our good friend and mentor, Pat Petrosh, is traveling abroad this week, and I think the next 2 weeks. And so we're going to have kind of a cavalcade of guest hosts to come in and pick me up. You know, if Ed wasn't so busy saving the world, and I say that without irony, I signed his environmental pledge. The new call to action they just did over the last couple of months. Mobilization, I think, for Climate Future. I have the email. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But those folks are working hard to raise the issue of what exactly is in store for this country with some of these wacky environmental disasters on the horizon, deep sea oil drilling, the Keystone Pipeline, things of that nature. Anyway,
I might be able to get you a congressional candidate.
Oh,
for the 3rd district.
Hey, I'd love it. I'd love it. We get a few, but they're always friends of Pat, so I have to be on my best behavior.
I will. Let me see if I can make a call and see if I can get.
I don't know any Democrats. The Democrats has been so organized for so long that they're playing that establishment game where they don't want to take too many chances. You get these firebrand Republicans that are willing to come on and say whatever they want.
Whatever. Yeah.
But we were talking about the unions. We're talking about these middle low income folks that are so anti or even scared. They've been scared away from organization and from the unions by the right. And I think what it is is that somewhere along the line, the conservative leaders in this country have effectively figured out how to trick people into this aspirational economic movement. Now, we love the self-made individual in this country. We love bootstraps. We love being able to make it ourselves, and to win against all odds and to move up. And this is still the best place in the world to move up socioeconomic classes as compared to other places.
But even every one of those people had help.
Exactly, and that's where I'm getting to. They have sold these folks this myth that all they have to do is work hard for their boss and they will achieve greatness. And I'm telling you right here, Michael, I'm telling you folks that are listening, if all it took was hard work to become a millionaire, then every single mother in Africa hauling water and firewood would be a millionaire. Yeah. Every single kid that was working the mines when they were 12, 13 years old back in the tens and 20s in this country would have been millionaires immediately. This idea that staying in line is the way to make money or the way to be successful is just the biggest lie that's been perpetuated on the lower end, and it's kept them in line.
Well, it has kept them in line because they're hoping for crumbs from the master's table.
Yeah.
And
when you've been beaten down so long, sometimes it's the best you think you can expect.
Exactly. And that's all wrong. When we talk about very successful people, I don't care if they're from the right or the left, every single one of those individuals had help. They no doubt went to a public school. But yet here in Iowa, we can cut funds for public schools, but at the same time, cook up some crazy cockamamie scheme that the governor just cooked up last week, with regard to a savings of $51 million by offshoring, if you will, Medicare and Medicaid to for-profit companies. And come to find out, the $51 million that the governor says that we're going to save here by going to those for-profit companies is a guess. It's a guess. It's an estimate. They said, between 0 and 51, let's pick a number, $51 million. Isn't it interesting that that's just about the same amount of money that this governor line item vetoed out of the budget when it was agreed upon by both chambers in a bipartisan effort to one-time fund education in the state of Iowa. Now, it didn't affect, so my point is, this whole idea, and you're so right, This whole idea that all you have to do is pull yourself up by the bootstraps, that's fallacy, that's silly. It just doesn't ring true. Yes, some people will work and work hard and succeed. But everybody, whether if it's a mentor that they have, it's a book that they read, it's a public school that they learned from, if it's an individual that took them under their wing, everybody in this country has had help of some kind. And for folks with modest means to look toward these conservatives and think that they're going to get crumbs from the master's table is just ain't going to happen.
Well, and there's another thing there's another thing going on here too, right? There's another thing going on, not just this sort of economic lie, but it's because it's a cultural thing too.
Oh, it is.
It's a cultural thing. It's a social thing. It's this idea, and the poor folks, the lower socioeconomic folks, regardless of race, used to look to the not necessarily the Democrats when the Democrats were a little bit a little wacky in your early lifetime,
1950s, 1960s.
Yeah,
a little wacky,
little racist, maybe a
lot racist,
maybe a lot, yeah. But the more progressive side of politics, the folks that were looking out for workers' interests, the folks that were working out for pocketbook issues, not just the millionaires and billionaires the way that Bernie Sanders talks about it. That has been changed. That has been changed where if you are white and you are poor, you're probably voting Republican.
Absolutely.
And I don't understand. I don't have a good grasp. I saw that happen in my life. I saw that happen in my political I started becoming politically aware about 17, 18 years old, right around when you can vote. And it's been moving that way over the last 15 years. And I don't have a good handle as to what happened or how that happened. And I'm wondering what you've been able to see.
I think it's fear. I think individuals who fear A, change, B, people who are not exactly like them will tend to track right because they are in church every single Sunday praying to get their country back. Well, what does that really mean?
I had this conversation with my folks this weekend. When somebody says, I want to take my country back, the next question is, from whom and to where?
Yes.
Where are you taking it to? Who are you taking it from? What do you want the country to look like if you don't think that today is a good thing?
And there's such fear out there. Here we are in Iowa. Iowa's population, if we take a look at the African-American population here in Iowa, it's about 3%.
Yep.
But yet we make up a wide majority of individuals who are incarcerated in the prisons here, disproportionately. Des Moines was listed as the 9th worst city in the United States if you happen to be an African American.
We'll get to that. We'll get to more of that here in a second.
All right.
Coming up on the last break, we're here with Michael Libby. Please stick around for the last 10 minutes, folks, because it's been really, really fun. I've enjoyed it. I know that you have. Brother Joe probably has not as much, but that's okay because maybe next week we'll bring in somebody that is more to the lean to the right, and we'll have a good old-fashioned scrum. But anyway, folks, DocandLefty.com. Check us out there. Check out our sponsors here. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. And our social media person, Jen Allen, does a great job with all of that. Des Moines Anesthesia PC, 515-574-6442. BetroshanAssociates.com, Labinas Law Firm at LaBinasLawFirm.com. That's Doc and I Shops. Halo Capital, Des Moines Instrates.com. So please see those people, work with those people, love those people. We'll be right back.